Hey friends, hey. You caught me drinking water. Lois with Ellie Grace's Attic here, and I am on this afternoon to do a fun little Halloween pumpkin. I don't normally decorate for Halloween, but I just got a fancy seeing all the fall stuff, Halloween stuff out in the stores, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do a cutesy version. I don't like really putting up scary decorations, ghosts or anything like that, so I thought I could come up with something really cute for the front porch that would kind of fit in with all of my other decorations. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do today. It's pretty simple. I have an idea in my head, so we'll see how it turns out, and maybe this inspires you to do something crafty for Halloween as well. I do have one other Halloween kind of themed decoration we're going to be doing probably next week too, so stay tuned for that if you love Halloween. I do love the candy at Halloween. Can I get a yes and an amen for candy? That's always the best part. But anyway, let me tell you what I got going on here. For those of you who don't know me, Lois East, Ellie Grace's Attic. I own a creative company, and we take old treasures and give them new life with handcrafted love. Primarily, we do that with wooden signs and all the platitudes that you could dream up, scripture, those sorts of things. We love doing that, but we also love all things crafty. And I especially love creating my own like DIY decor. Like, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to have cute things in your home, and I love sharing those ideas with you guys. And of course, any other like life hacks, I love sharing those, because if I can make my life easier and by extension make your life easier, then we're all winning, right? We're all winning at life. So let me see. Nyoka! Hey girl, hey! What are you doing this afternoon? So glad to have you here with us. If y'all are on watching live, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. I love to hear from you guys in the comments and interacting with you guys. Sprinkle the video for me, which is just a fun way to say share. You know, Facebook doesn't really like that word, so send it out to all your friends, and hopefully this inspires them to do something crafty too. Oh, thank you, Nyoka. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. So let me tell you what I got going on here. Excuse me. This is just a scrap piece of wood that I had in my garage. It was a circle, and I kind of just trimmed off the top with my jigsaw, and I kind of added some curves at the bottom to kind of give it a pumpkin-y shape. Is that a word? It is now, so pumpkin-y. So it kind of gave it a little pumpkin shape. Then I whitewashed it ahead of time because we're fixing to put some fun stripes on here, okay? So this is going to be the base of our sign. I did not drill holes in it to hang it because I think it's just going to be a cute little lean-to on my front porch bench. We could, if you wanted to do a hanger, if you try this at home, you could, first of all, you could probably get a pumpkin cutout, just plain wood. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. Dollar Tree has them, so you gotta be quick with Dollar Tree. And the Dollar General, if you don't find a plain one, if you find just a orange pumpkin, you can always sand it down and do what I'm doing with it. Just get creative. You don't always have to. You can get the cutouts at the Dollar Tree, even the ones that are finished sometimes for $2 and $3. And if you just don't like what they have, just sand that sucker down and paint it yourself. So, but we're starting with a plain piece of wood. You see my back is still plain. Whitewashed it. And then we are going to put some painter's tape on it and add some stripes, because stripes, it's kind of like polka dots. They're fun anytime. So now I'm eyeballing it, not measuring, don't judge me, but we are just putting down this tape and hoping it's mostly straight. I eyeball a lot, so it's gonna be okay. For those of you who measure, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't even think I didn't measure when I cut this wood. Yes, Finn Oh, he vacated. He was here. He's always somewhere in the background. So we're just adding our stripes. I didn't even, usually I use one to fill in and I measure with the tape itself, but I'm not even doing that today. We're just laying it down, eyeballing it, and that's okay. Make sure once you get your tape down, oh, I got a little bump right there, hold on. A little paint bump. Once you lay it down, just kind of press it down just to kind of get the air bubbles out and get those ends down really, really good. I mean, it might bleed a little bit, the paint under the tape, but we want to try to prevent that if possible. And there's going to be another pumpkin down at the bottom, so there's that too. All right, put that to the side. So we got our tape down. So this is what we got. We just taped it off. That is mostly straight, so we're gonna run with it. Now I have some black paint, and we will get some of that. I think it's time to wash this. It's kind of used. That's okay. We're just gonna pour over the dry paint and call it good. Just gonna get a good little dollop of paint on my palette there. And I got a mop brush, and we are just going to paint these stripes. Super easy as that. If you wanted your stripes closer together, you can make them closer together. You could crisscross the tape and do that. You could make like a buffalo plaid effect. That would be cute, but I'm going for stripes. I do have this cute buffalo plaid ribbon, which we're gonna work with. I've got some various ribbons too. We're gonna put a bow on this thing, which again, that's what I had in my head. I don't know, I just grabbed a bunch of Halloween colors. I've got the buffalo plaid black and white. I've got orange paint for my small pumpkin. We've got, oh, this purple glittery mesh stuff that I got this at Dollar Tree. They have tons of this stuff. This orange, of course, and lime green. Then I got some good old-fashioned pipe cleaners I think I might use in the ribbon bow situation. I don't have a button though, which is odd for me because I usually grab buttons, but just I kind of did a quick little run through of, okay, what do I have? Like I said, I don't really decorate a lot for Halloween. We live in the woods, so we don't really get like trick-or-treaters. I guess if I lived in a neighborhood, I probably would do more. But I mean, the squirrels might knock on the door for something, a nut. Like, I don't know, I feel like if you come trick-or-treating in my house, you deserve something because it's a haul to get to the country. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure my edges are covered. Again, this is super easy and a fun way to really get a cute look. It just kind of takes up. I could have done the decoration just with the white, or I could have done polka dots, but I don't know. Stripes just look, they look like you put in a little extra effort. Hey Danielle. Yes, purple, Nyoka. I'm so excited about that purple. I like purple too. So y'all tell me, do y'all decorate for Halloween? Do you just do the front porch, or? Okay, I'm gonna do tippy tip here. Oh, thank you. Danielle says she likes my shirt. Thank you. I got this shirt, if y'all are in Coleman, Alabama, I got this shirt from my favorite consignment shop, Better Than Before. They have, it's like a little, I say upscale consignment shop. They have name brand things, but at discount prices. And I love that store. I always find something cute when I go in there. Okay, so it looks like this. I just coated black over everything. We're gonna put this to the side and let that dry just a little bit. I've got a blow dryer if I need help getting it dry. But for now, we're gonna work on our other piece. Hey Marley. Yeah, I don't really decorate for Halloween, but I'm hoping this is cute enough that I can put it on the porch. We'll see what happens. You never know. All right, do I need this again? I don't think so. I'm gonna put this one in the water to clean itself out, maybe. And we're gonna work on this cute little guy. He's pretty cute. He's not scary. So we're gonna paint him orange. I got this little guy in a pack of course, you know, I didn't bring the pack over here, but I think there was like either 4 or 6 in a pack for $1 at the Dollar Tree, so you can't beat that with a stick. Let me get a napkin because I got paint, which this table has paint all over it, and that's okay, but we don't want to smudge. All right, so we're gonna paint this little guy orange, and he has a hole because he's an ornament to hang, but we're gonna cover that with a little mini bow here in just a minute. I love pumpkins too, Marley. I love all the fall. Give me all the fall things. I love me some Christmas, but I don't want to put Christmas up till after Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving and fall needs its due. Can we have a moment of silence for fall? Fall always gets overlooked, and Thanksgiving, they just go straight to Christmas. All right, so we're gonna paint this little guy orange. You know what, I think I need some white too, but we're just gonna kind of brush him orange. And I chose, excuse me, this is a Canyon orange. It's not as bright as a primary orange, but it's not a burnt orange. Like sometimes, like this orange is pretty, but it's kind of muted too. It's not as bright. Sometimes the oranges are like, and you're like, what? They're so bright. But I do like playing with non-traditional colors as well for fall, but I always go back to the traditional greens and oranges. Mustard yellow is a favorite. Just the traditional fall colors. Okay. This is super easy. This doesn't take a lot of, it's a really thin little piece, so it doesn't take a whole lot of paint. But we are going to just take our, it shouldn't take very long to dry. We're going to squirt a little bit. Fall crafts for kids. Marley, I have tons of ideas. You can go back and look on the YouTube site. I have some fall crafts from last year. Jordan and I did a really fun stack pumpkin with scrap pieces of wood. You could do that craft with sticks as well. You can do a real pumpkin, or you can buy a pumpkin and have them write their blessings on it. There's tons of stuff you can do. But yeah, go back and check out the YouTube. You'll see some things on there that they can probably jump in with. And I'll make it a point to put some kid-friendly things on here. All right, so I just, I probably got too much. Dipped a little bit in the orange, and I just got a little bit of white on there. Try to, and I'm gonna blend it so it's okay. Just gonna come down with a little lighter, just kind of going with the curve of the pumpkin. I'm not going straight down, I'm kind of curving with him just to kind of add some dimension to his little cute little face. I'm gonna just dip again in the orange. When you're blending, which I'm not a pro at, I'm just kind of doing what I like, so to speak, but it's okay to not, like, just dip from one to the other. So I'm dipping straight from orange to white and then kind of back again. And this is just giving it some, I want to say variation, kind of a, I know there's a technical term, but it's escaping me at the moment. Okay, so that's kind of cute. If you can see, I'll hold it up close. It's just got, he's orange, but he's got like some streaks in him to kind of give him a little bit of dimension. So we're gonna let that little guy dry. And oh, Marley, that's just Jay. But once you get him going, he'll jump in. He'll get interested real quick. Anything that makes it sound like geometry or math, you can work measurements in there for you. He's really good at that. That'll get him interested really quick. So boys can craft. You just have to make it seem like math or science sometimes, and then they're good. All right, this guy is mostly dry, so I'm not gonna crank up the hair dryer because that's annoying. Who wants to do that? All right, so we're gonna peel back our tape gently, and we're gonna have some cute stripes. And again, I layered that white paint on there. I didn't even do heavy coverage. I just kind of whitewashed it. Black and white stripes are fun for just about any season. Let me just throw that out there. Now, and don't judge me if my stripes are not perfect, because I wasn't going for perfect. So, but yes, black and white you can pair with just about any season. Red and green for Christmas, the fall colors for fall, red for Valentine's Day, red and pink. But black and white is just always a classic base for any decoration. All right, so here is our cute little striped, black and white striped pumpkin. And so now, while our little orange guy is drying, our little jack-o'-lantern, I'm country, so it kind of comes out jack-o'-lantern. I just say pumpkin. All right, excuse me. We're gonna do a bow. And all I'm doing, I'm gonna do a refabbed bow just because it's easy and fast. And it's almost school pickup, so we're gonna get it done. For some reason, it had a little seam in there, so we cut that off. All I'm doing is cutting pairs of ribbon designs about the same size for this bow. And of course, I didn't open this, so sorry. You have to endure the wrapping. All right, this mesh is curly, so you just gotta be kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. They just need to be about the same size. I'm gonna do the layer them kind of a little bit bigger than the other. Like this will be my bottom, plus it's gonna curl, so I'm just doing it a little bit longer. Just eyeballing, not exact. I do a lot of not exact work, by the way. Unless I measure it, if I'm making a sign, then I promise I measure twice and cut once. But when it comes to the crafting part, just have fun with it. Use your creativity. We all have creativity. Some people try to tell me they're not creative, but that's not true. We are made by the great creator himself, so we all have a measure of creativity in us. Somehow, when you get older and you get junked up, I'm gonna say junked up with adult stuff, you kind of lose, like Peter Pan, you kind of lose some of the imagination and wonder and creativity. So that's where I come in. All right, so we're just layering. And I think we're gonna stop there. I think, bear with me while I'm thinking. All right, I think, all right, let me do this. Now we're gonna layer them. So for a refabbed bow, you are just gonna kinda crisscross your ribbon. This guy is not gonna play nice. He's wanting to curl and I want him to stay straight for a minute. So you're basically just crisscrossing along the center like an X shape. You gotta kind of hold it down in the center there, and I'm just gonna pile these on top of one another in the same pattern that you laid down those first two. All right, lay flat for me, dude. You know, just for the record, in case you were wondering, it does help when you talk to it, because you know. All right, we're gonna squeeze it all in the middle and tie it off. So it's okay if it seems like that is not gonna work. I'm thinking I should have put my orange down first. Let me do that. Let me go back and put the orange down first just because it's a little bit longer. Now we're gonna come back with the black. Buffalo plaid. I know it seems crazy, but I promise it makes a cute bow. All right, and then for fun, I think we're gonna put in a purple pipe cleaner. I think I might just do one of each color like that. We're just gonna be crazy. All right, and now I have a small, just black ribbon that I'm gonna tie it all with. So at this point, you've got all your ribbon crisscrossed in whatever pattern your heart desires. You're gonna kinda just put your finger there in the center. You're gonna put this ribbon across, then put your finger in the center. And then we are going to, holding it with our thumb on the bottom, we are gonna flip the whole business over. I'm kind of grabbing that black because we're about to tie that. And I don't want to, there, we're going to flip it over. Still got my thumb in the center. And then we are just going to take this black little thin ribbon that we laid on the top, and we're going to tie it. If I can grab it. It's gonna look like it's all mushing together, but we're gonna straighten it out. Y'all, my fingers are big, so I can't. There we go. So once you grab it, tie it as tight as you can get it. I'm gonna tie it in a good knot, and you're gonna have a little tail, and that's okay. You know what? Okay, I was like making sure my hot glue gun was on. All right. Then you're just gonna kinda flatten it out. So it kind of looks like this, okay? And now we're just going to make it pretty. We're going to fluff it. We're going to twist. This mesh is like life right now because it is curling up and making all the pretty happen. And then you're just kind of spreading out your little bow, your little ribbons. They're wired. The ribbons I used are wired. They don't all have to be wired, but it does help if the base, like this isn't wired, but then the next two are. So that just kind of gives it some shape. And you can, bend it and make it look cute. The top ribbon, of course, is not. So now with these guys, I'm not even gonna curl them. I would be tempted to curl them, but because it's Halloween though, I'm just gonna kind of make some freaky shapes, if that makes sense. I might curl this one. I'll curl the purple one. I don't know. Kind of looks like a crazy spider shape. This is the part that's fun. Doesn't have to be, there's no right, there's no wrong way. Whatever you think is cute. All right. And the mesh, what's good about the mesh is it just curls and kind of goes all over. So anyway, this is our little bow. I may have to tie it a little bit tighter. Do I have enough to go around again? Hold on. I'm trying to get the ribbon just a little bit tighter. I think I've got enough to tie another good knot in it. Like when you tie that first knot, like pull it to where you think it's almost gonna break in half. And then you want it good and tight. Okay. I was able to wrap it around twice and get a second knot in it. All right. So now I gotta kind of fluff it again. Oh, this is just fun. All right, I think I'm gonna come back in the very end and put a button in it just because I feel like it needs something in the center. But this is our fun little Halloween bow. Isn't that cute? So we're gonna hot glue him to the top of our pumpkin, like that, our striped pumpkin. So we're gonna take our hot glue gun and just gonna put a good dollop on my bow there. This is going to kind of take the place of our stem. I'm definitely going to come back with a big button in the center, but I don't have one handy, so we're not going to worry about it right this second. And this is where you can kind of play with your ribbons some more. Get them all bendied the way you want them to be. All right. Super cute. This is what we got. Isn't that fun? Just like that. That's cute by itself. I'm tempted to leave it like that. But we're gonna add our little jack-o'-lantern on here. And we're gonna dress him up a little bit more, but we're gonna glue him down just kind of in the corner right here because he kind of fits into this little groove. So I think we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, so I'm just gonna put some hot glue, just a little line of hot glue around him. And we're gonna stick him on here. He just kind of fits right in that little curve. So we're gonna put him on like that. So he looks like this. That's a cute Halloween decoration. Nothing scary about it. So now we're gonna take a smaller little brush and do I still have white on here? Let me see, I think I have some that's not. All right, we're gonna take our black, we've got a fine brush, and we're just gonna outline his little triangle eyes. Just to give him, again, some dimension. So he doesn't kind of get lost in the stripes. We're putting eyeliner on him basically. Whoops. I'm wondering if I should. No, I'm gonna put dots on there. Thinking I'm gonna come back with, well, no, I lie. I'm gonna just make curves around. I was like, should I connect these lines? But I think I am, because I want to come back with some dots. So I'm just closing in my triangles with a little curve. This is not, this is just, I call this embellishment. This is not like, you don't have to be an artist or a painter to do this. Just some black paint and a fine tipped paintbrush. All right, now we're gonna outline his toothy grin. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I am not the best at freehanding straight lines. I can do lettering, but luckily these aren't straight. That's why I have to use tape. And it really just depends on the look that you're going for. If you're going for a more whimsical or rustic look, you don't even need the tape. All right, and we're just going to, whoop. Those I'm not going to close in. All right, so we just kind of outlined our little guy. We outlined his little nose and face. Hey, Finn, what's up, dude? What? You want to craft? You want to paint something? Say hey, everybody. He just wants to know what's going on and why am I not feeding him? Well, Marley, hats off to you. I like paint pens as well. That my only problem with paint pens is they don't, if I'm doing something big, if I'm doing something small, I do have paint pens. I like the Uniposca paint pens, but it just depends on the project that I'm doing. But yeah, I have to really concentrate to get straight lines. I'm too scatterbrained, that's the word. Like my brain is not gonna focus. Okay, so I washed my little fine tip paintbrush off. It's called a liner, by the way. So I use the finer tips for those little lines and things. So I just cleaned it off and I tipped it in the white, and we're just gonna make some little white dots just along right on top of that black line that I just painted. We're just gonna put some fun little polka dots. I told y'all polka dots. Love some polka dots. Each of my projects will have stripes, polka dots, or buttons. I love to add buttons, all the things. All right, we're gonna put some dots. Most of my projects will have those things. This is just kind of breaking up the black so he doesn't look too super scary. We want a happy little jack-o'-lantern. All right, so that's cute. We just added some fun little white polka dots around the black to break it up. Thank you, Angela. Well, you and Mom need to get together and craft, Marley. That sounds like a good plan. All right, now for this bottom little guy, I don't know what to do. I think I am gonna add a button. So excuse me, I'm gonna get up. I usually don't get up. I got shorts on, so, and super white legs, so sorry. But, hashtag real life. I am going to grab my buttons here, and let me see if we can come up with a button. Something cute. I was gonna put a little make a little mini bow right there, but I think I'm just gonna add a button. When in doubt, add a button. Now let's see if I can find one that I want to add. Oh, this might be cute. Whoops, don't drop it. It doesn't have a flat tip though. I mean, it's a black button with a rhinestone. You can't really, like, that's fun, but I need a... Y'all just talk amongst yourselves while I find a button. I think we're just going to go with white. Just because. Alright. I think we're just going to do that, and this one still has... We're going to do this black up here. Is that black? That might be navy. Hold on. This is why you should do this before you get on your live. Just FYI, for those of you who are thinking about doing a live. There's a shiny one. All right, I think I got it. We're gonna add buttons. Uno momento, let me find a spot for this. All right, finishing touch. Since we didn't do a mini ribbon or mini bow, which is what I was going to do. Angela, I have been collecting buttons for years, so that is a stockpile of years. Some of them are new. You can get them on Amazon. I just bought these big white buttons on Amazon, and they were very reasonable. So you can get buttons on Amazon, but some of them came from my granny. There are some special ones from my mama and my granny that I don't use that are put up, but I have a stockpile from her, from my mom, and then every flea market that I go to, I buy buttons. That's a true story. I always look, if they have buttons, I'm gonna buy them. I just like crafting with buttons. I like odd buttons that you aren't necessarily going to find in Walmart or in the store. You know, and then, but a lot of the ones I use for my Craft and Chow membership or for just everyday stuff, I will just use the Amazon ones. Okay, did I glue that? Hold on. It's like, did I glue that enough as I'm talking? All right, let me see if I can see some comments. Da, da, da. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Marley. I don't really do Halloween either, but this one I think kind of fits in between. All right, my button wasn't flat, so I had to add, it had the, don't judge me because I don't know the term, but it had the little hump with the hole in it where that's the part that you sew on. It wasn't flat like this one, so it wasn't sticking, so I had to add some extra glue. Yeah, I think this fits the happy medium between this is fun and cutesy. So I hope you do something similar to this. Hope this inspires you to do something fun, guys. Let me see if I can read a couple more comments. Yeah, Amazon. Check out Amazon, and then sometimes they'll do even Prime deals on the craft supplies, the buttons and all that. Like this wasn't... This is a pack of 50 1-inch buttons, and I know I didn't pay maybe $5 for it. It was very inexpensive, and I got some bright colored ones at the same time. So it depends on, and this brand, if you want to search it on Walmart, not Walmart, Amazon, it's Gancia, don't ask me how to, but that's how you spell it. If you want to check it out on Amazon. Anyway, I am about to go get in the car line and pick up the little boy. So thanks for hanging out with me and crafting this afternoon. I hope this inspires you to do something crafty for Halloween or for fall. We have one more kind of Halloween themed craft that we're going to do next week. And then I got some fun fall stuff coming. So hang in there. Love you guys. Have a great afternoon.